Welcome to my channel Most Expensive Coins. We're going to explore the fascinating history and potential value of the 1999 United States penny. Before we get into the value, let's take a quick look at the history of the US 1-cent coin, known as the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first US coin to feature an actual person's portrait. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin has remained popular for more than a century, with various modifications along the way. In 1959, the reverse side of the penny changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., commemorating the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. And this design remained until 2008, after which the reverse side switched to the Union Shield. So, the 1999 penny is part of this long-standing Lincoln Memorial series. The 1999 penny doesn't immediately stand out, as it features the same designs as many other Lincoln Memorial pennies from this period. But as with any coin, small differences can make a huge impact on value. So, what is it about the 1999 penny that could make it worth more than a single cent? Like many valuable coins, the value of the 1999 penny depends on its rarity, condition, and any unique errors or variations that in some cases, certain 1999 pennies may contain errors, such as double dies or misstrikes. A double die error, where parts of the design are doubled due to a misalignment during minting, can make a coin highly desirable to collectors. Imagine a slight, almost ghostly duplication on words like liberty or in God we trust. Such imperfections are rare, which is why collectors value them so highly. A double die error on a 1999 penny could push its value far beyond its face value. One of the most famous rare varieties of the 1999 penny is the wide AM variety. This is when the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse side are spaced apart, as opposed to touching or being close together, which was the design norm for most pennies of that time. This particular design error happened due to a mix-up at the mint, where the dies meant for proof coins were used on regular circulation coins. If you find a 1999 penny with a wide AM, you could be looking at a coin worth anywhere from a few $100s to several thousand, depending on its condition. In fact, some of these wide AM 1999 pennies in mint condition have sold for thousands at auction. The record prices for such a penny can range well into the four-figure range. At this point, you may be wondering if there's a fortune hiding in your loose change jar. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare 1999 pennies? First, start by checking the letters in America on the reverse side. If you spot a gap between the letters A and M, you might have found the rare wide AM. For the best examination, use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a close-up, and condition matters. Coins in pristine condition are always more valuable than worn ones. So if you find a rare penny that's in great shape, consider having it professionally graded. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin will be. The 1999 penny isn't the only 1-cent coin that could be worth big money. While you're sorting through your coins, keep an eye out for other notable varieties, like the 1969 double die penny, the 1972 double die, or the 1992 close AM penny. Many of these coins can be worth thousands, or even tens of thousands, if they're in exceptional condition. It goes to show that even the smallest coins can have big value. In conclusion, while not every 1999 penny will be worth a fortune, a few rare varieties, such as those with the wide AM or double die errors, can indeed be valuable. So next time you come across a penny, take a closer look. You might be holding a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this dive into the world of coin collecting, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all our future videos. And as always, happy hunting! Next 2015 1 cent. Today, we're diving into an exciting topic that's grabbed a lot of attention recently. We're talking about a specific 1-cent coin that's rumored to be worth as much as $21 million. Yes, you heard that right, a penny that might just make you a millionaire overnight. But is it true? Are 2015 US pennies really worth millions, or is it just a myth? Stay tuned to find out. Alright, first, let's go over some basics about the 2015 1-cent coin, or as most people know it, the penny. The United States Mint has been producing 1-cent coins since 1793, and since then, the penny has gone through many changes. The 2015 penny, featuring the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, follows the design that the U.S. Mint has used since 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. And like every penny minted since 1982, the 2015 penny is composed mostly of zinc with a thin copper coating. Now, the face value of a 2015 penny is, of course, 1 cent. In fact, these pennies are still in circulation and are not particularly rare. Hundreds of millions of these coins were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, so they're really not hard to find. In terms of material, the penny's copper and zinc content is only worth about half a cent, even though it costs the US Mint around 2 cents to make each penny. That's part of why there's ongoing debate about whether the penny should be eliminated altogether. So where did this wild claim about a $21 million penny come from? Let's get into that. Over the years, some rare pennies have fetched huge prices at auction, but those are typically much older pennies or unique varieties with rare minting errors. For example, a 1943 copper penny or a 1793 flowing hair cent can sell for tens of thousands or even millions. However, as far as we know, there is 2015 penny with a confirmed auction value anywhere near $21 million. This rumor likely stems from social media and online articles that exaggerate the value of certain coins without basis. Some posts claim that a rare 2015 penny could be worth millions, but there's no documented sale, appraisal, or numismatic verification to support this. That said, there are certain conditions that can increase a coin's value. Let's break down a few of the factors that can make pennies, including those from 2015, more valuable to collectors. Some coins are struck with errors during the minting process, like double dies, off-center strikes, or other imperfections. Collectors are always on the lookout for unusual coins like these. If you happen to find a 2015 penny with an error, it could be worth a premium. Coins from certain mints can have a slight increase in value. In 2015, the pennies minted in Denver bear a small D mint mark, while those minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark. However, for 2015 pennies, the difference in mint mark doesn't add much value. Condition is crucial for any collectible. The highest quality coins, graded by third-party grading companies like the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, are often given MS ratings. A 2015 penny in MS 69 or MS 70 condition could be worth more than face value, but not by much, maybe a few dollars. Let's answer the big question now: is the 2015 penny worth millions? The short answer is no. Regular 2015 pennies are generally worth only a penny. Even the best graded examples might fetch a few dollars at auction, not millions. The highest recorded price for a 2015 penny so far is only around $25 to $50 for a top-graded Mint State 70 example. That's a far cry from $21 million. As a general rule, modern pennies, especially those minted after 1982, are typically not very valuable unless they have extraordinary errors or are in near-perfect condition. If you're interested in valuable pennies, here are a few examples of pennies that really are worth big money. This is one of the most famous rare pennies, worth as much as $1.7 million. Most 1943 pennies were made of steel due to copper shortages during World War II, so any copper 1943 pennies are extremely rare. This coin, struck with a double die error, is highly sought after by collectors. In good condition, these pennies can fetch up to $50,000. So, while the 2015 penny won't make you a millionaire, you may want to keep an eye out for these truly rare coins. In conclusion, the idea that a 2015 penny could be worth $21 million is just a myth. Regular 2015 pennies are worth face value, and even ones in top condition or with minor errors aren't fetching anywhere near $21 million at auction. But the world of coin collecting is full of fascinating history and valuable treasures from the past. So, check your pocket change for rare finds, but don't be misled by viral rumors. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like and subscribe for more coin-related content. And remember, if you do come across any unusual pennies, you can always take them to a numismatic expert to see if you have a hidden gem. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Next, 1988 1-cent United States of America. Today, we're taking a closer look at the 1988 Lincoln penny, the 1-cent coin that's been turning heads among collectors for years. What makes it so valuable? Could a humble penny really be worth thousands, or even millions of dollars? Stay tuned as we unravel the history, variations, and the potential hidden gems within this coin. First, let's go back in time to understand what makes this seemingly ordinary coin so special. The year was 1988. America was nearing the end of the Reagan era, and everyday items like a gallon of gas cost under $1. That same year, the U.S. Mint was busy producing billions of 1-cent coins to keep up with the nation's demand for small change. These pennies, featuring the iconic Lincoln profile on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, seemed like regular coins at first glance. But, as we'll soon discover, not all 1988 pennies are created equal. Most of the 1988 pennies were struck with copper-plated zinc, which had become the standard composition for U.S. pennies since 1982. At first glance, this coin looks identical to those minted in the years before and after. It weighs about 2.5 grams, and on the obverse side, or front, you'll find the profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse side, there's an image of the Lincoln Memorial, added in 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday. Now, here's where things get interesting. Collectors have found that some 1988 pennies contain a small but unique error that has skyrocketed their value. This is known as the 1988 reverse of 1989 variety. What does that mean, exactly? Well, it's all about a subtle design difference in the Lincoln Memorial detail, specifically in the initials on the reverse side. The initials, FG, which stand for Frank Gasparo, appear slightly different between the 1988 and 1989 versions. In some 1988 pennies, the mint accidentally used the reverse die intended for 1989. These errors were produced at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and they're incredibly rare. So, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable coins? Here's what to look for. First, you'll need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look closely at the FG initials on the reverse side of your 1988 penny. If the initials look like the style introduced in 1989, you may have found yourself a collector's item. Now let's get to the exciting part, the value. While most 1988 pennies are only worth their face value of 1 cent, those rare reverse of 1989 pennies can sell for impressive amounts at auctions. Some of these coins have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their condition. In fact, recent auctions have seen exceptionally high-quality specimens sell for several $1,000s. Several factors can drive up the value of your 1988 penny. Condition is a big one. Coins in mint or near mint condition are typically worth more. Next is the mint mark. 1988 pennies from both the Philadelphia and Denver mints can be valuable, but the Denver ones with the 1989 reverse tend to be slightly rarer. Getting your penny graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC can give you a more accurate idea of its worth. High-grade coins, especially those with a red color designation, can fetch the highest prices in the collector's market. While it's rare for a single penny to be worth millions, there are legendary pennies in history with such valuations. And who knows? If you have one of these error pennies in flawless condition, you might just have a coin worth an impressive sum. Remember, the thrill of collecting is in the hunt. Many collectors are on the lookout for these 1988 rarities, and you could strike gold, or, in this case, copper-plated zinc. If you're interested in finding rare pennies like this, here are some tips. Start by checking your own loose change and coin jars. You'd be surprised how many treasures are hiding in everyday coins. Coin shops, estate sales, and even online marketplaces can be great places to look, but remember to research and ensure you're buying authentic items. Once you find a valuable coin, protect it. Keep it in a protective holder to avoid scratches or tarnishing. So, there you have it. The 1988 penny might seem small, but it holds a fascinating piece of history and, for some lucky collectors, a small fortune. Could you be holding one of these rare treasures? Be sure to check your pocket change, and who knows, you might just find a hidden gem. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the world of coins. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. And let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin in your change? See you next time. Next, 1991 1 cent United States of America. Today, we're diving into the 1991 United States 1 cent coin, its history, key details, and why some of these pennies can fetch big money in the collector's market. From rare errors to valuable mint conditions, this video has everything you need to know if you think you might have a valuable 1991 penny in your collection. So, let's get started. The United States penny has a rich history dating back to 1793, when the first U.S. mint began striking copper coins. The 1 cent coin, or penny, has evolved through many designs and compositions over the years. But since 1909, most pennies have featured the profile of President Abraham Lincoln. The design we see today, featuring the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, was introduced in 1959 and continued until 2008. In 1991, the penny design was still the familiar Lincoln Memorial cent, minted from 1982 onward in a zinc composition with a thin copper coating. This coin's story may seem ordinary, but sometimes ordinary coins have a twist that collectors crave. To understand why certain 1991 pennies could be worth more than just face value, let's break down some key characteristics. The 1991 penny, like most of its era, was primarily composed of a zinc core coated with copper. This was a change from earlier pennies that were made of nearly pure copper before 1982. The coin weighs about 2.5 grams, has a diameter of 19 millimeters, and features the classic Lincoln profile by sculptor Victor David Brenner. Look for a mint mark beneath the date. A 1991 penny could have been minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. The mint mark can play a role in the coin's value, as some mints produced fewer coins than others in certain years. So, why might some 1991 pennies be worth more than 1 cent? There are a few factors that can boost a coin's value in the collector market. These factors include rarity, condition, and errors that make a particular coin unique. Let's go over each of these. One of the biggest factors in a penny's value is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by professional grading services like PCGS and NGC. Coins in mint state condition are particularly valuable, especially if they score high, such as MS 65 or MS 66. A flawless 1991 penny with no scratches, signs of wear, or color imperfections can sell for several $100s in higher mint state grades. In some cases, top-graded examples can even approach $1,000 or more. Error coins are another exciting way a simple penny can turn into a big payday. Errors happen during the minting process and can result in coins with unique features, making them highly collectible. Let's go over some types of errors to look for on a 1991 penny. First up is the double die error, where some elements on the coin, like the date or lettering, appear slightly doubled. This type of error can make a 1991 penny worth tens or even hundreds of dollars, depending on the prominence of the doubling. An off-center strike is another error where the design is misaligned, making part of the image or text cut off. The more off-center, the more valuable the penny might be. These pennies can fetch anywhere from $50 to $100 or more, depending on how dramatic the error is. Missing letters or numbers can also happen when the coin is struck with a worn die or doesn't receive enough pressure. This can create a unique look that collectors love. Even minor errors can make these coins desirable and valuable. Another category to watch for is proof coins. Proof coins from 1991 were produced at the San Francisco Mint and carry an S Mint mark. These coins have a polished, mirror-like finish and are often struck multiple times to achieve sharp, detailed features. Proof pennies are not intended for circulation and were sold directly to collectors, so finding one in circulation is rare. A well-preserved 1991 proof penny can be worth around $5 to $15, with higher values for coins in top condition. It may surprise you, but some of the highest-selling pennies have gone for jaw-dropping prices. Although a standard 1991 penny isn't likely to sell for millions, a penny with exceptional quality, rare errors, or unique characteristics could still sell for hundreds or even thousands at auction. For example, some MS-67 or MS-68 grade 1991 pennies have been known to sell for over $1,000 due to their rarity and condition. So, if you're lucky enough to have a 1991 penny and want to know if it could be worth more than face value, here's what to do. First, examine the coin's condition under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for any signs of errors like doubling or misalignments. If you think you've got a coin in excellent condition or with an error, consider sending it to a professional grading service for evaluation. While most 1991 pennies will only be worth their face value, a few may hold hidden value that could surprise you. Keep an eye out for those rare mint state coins, unique errors, or proof varieties. Who knows, you might just have a valuable collector's item on your hands. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more coin videos, and drop a comment below if you think you found a rare 1991 penny. Until next time, happy collecting. Next 2006 1 cent United States of America. Today, we're taking a closer look at the 2006 United States 1 cent coin, or penny. While the penny may be one of the most common coins in circulation, you might be surprised at what makes certain pennies highly valuable and collectible. Could your 2006 penny actually be worth a lot more than 1 cent? Let's find out. The United States penny has been around since 1793, evolving through different designs, metals, and sizes. While most pennies are made primarily of copper, the penny we know today is a combination of copper-plated zinc. The Lincoln penny, featuring the famous profile of Abraham Lincoln, was first minted in 1909 and has gone through a few design changes, especially on the reverse side. So, let's talk about the 2006 penny specifically. By this time, the penny had a long-standing design featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front, of the coin, which hasn't changed since 1909. The reverse side of the 2006 penny still featured the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a design that had been used since 1959. Like other pennies made after 1982, the 2006 penny is primarily zinc, coated with a thin layer of copper. This zinc-copper combination keeps production costs lower but makes the penny look almost identical to the older, fully copper versions. Now, you might be thinking, 2006 pennies are so common, why would anyone collect them? But here's where things get interesting. While regular 2006 pennies are worth their face value of 1 cent, certain features can make them valuable to collectors. There are two main reasons why certain pennies become valuable. The first reason is condition. Pennies that are in mint state or uncirculated condition are much more desirable. A pristine, shiny penny without scratches, dings, or discoloration could fetch more from collectors. The second reason is errors. Errors in the minting process can lead to rare and unique coins. Some of the most famous error types are double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks. Now, there haven't been any particularly famous or widespread errors reported on 2006 pennies, but some have surfaced. If you come across a 2006 penny that looks unusual, it's worth a closer look. Here's what to check for. First, look at the date, 2006, and any lettering around the coin, especially the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty." A double die error would show a sort of shadowing effect on these letters, which could significantly increase the penny's value. Next, check the edges and the overall shape of the coin. If it's misaligned or struck off center, that's another possible minting error that collectors pay more for. So, how much is a 2006 penny worth if it has one of these rare characteristics? Let's be realistic, most 2006 pennies will only be worth their face value of 1 cent. However, in perfect mint state or with a notable error, you could potentially sell it for a few dollars to as much as $50 or more to the right collector. We see modern era pennies selling for impressive prices online. For example, pennies with major double die errors can sometimes reach hundreds of dollars, even if they're from recent years. The value is all about rarity and condition. Wondering if your 2006 penny could be worth something? Here's how you can check. Grab a magnifying glass or, even better, a jeweler's loupe to inspect the coin up close. Look for any signs of doubling, off-centering, or unusual markings. Next, consider its condition. If it's shiny and uncirculated, it has a better chance of being valuable. There are also some great resources online, like the PCGS and NGC coin grading websites, which can give you an idea of a coin's worth based on its condition and rarity. If you're unsure, consider taking it to a coin dealer for an expert opinion. So, while most 2006 pennies won't make you a millionaire, there's always a chance that you'll find a rare error or high-grade example that could be worth a bit more than you'd expect. Keep your eyes peeled, and don't underestimate the value of those humble pennies. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and let me know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable penny in your change. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Next, 2009 1 cent United States of America. We're diving into the story behind the 2009 United States Lincoln 1 cent coin and exploring what makes certain versions of this coin incredibly valuable. Some of these pennies, thanks to unique features and limited mintages, have become highly sought after by collectors, with values soaring far beyond a single cent. The year 2009 marked a very special anniversary for the United States penny. It was the 200th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, and also the 100th anniversary of the first Lincoln cent, which was introduced in 1909. To celebrate, the U.S. Mint decided to release a series of 4 unique penny designs, each depicting a different phase of Lincoln's life. Each of these designs offers a unique look at Lincoln's journey from a small cabin in Kentucky to his influential presidency in Washington, D.C. Now, what makes the 2009 penny so interesting to collectors? There are a few key factors that set this coin apart, and we'll break them down for you. Due to the economic downturn in 2009, the U.S. Mint produced fewer pennies that year than in most previous years. That scarcity alone makes them more desirable to collectors. Collectors are always drawn to coins with unique designs, and the 4 Lincoln penny designs are no exception. Each design tells a story, capturing important moments in Lincoln's life and work. While most of the 2009 pennies were minted in zinc-plated copper like modern pennies, a limited number of copper versions, mimicking the original 1909 composition, were made available in collector's sets. These copper coins can sometimes fetch a higher value in the right condition. So, let's get to the big question: how much is a 2009 Lincoln penny really worth today? While the face value remains 1 cent, rare or unique versions of this coin can be worth much, much more. If you have a 2009 penny that's been in circulation, it's worth only a few cents more than face value. But uncirculated versions, especially in higher mint state grades, can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to as much as $10 or $20 each. The copper versions from collector's sets can sometimes reach $50 or more if they're in perfect condition and still in their original packaging. Here's where things get exciting. Error coins from 2009, such as coins with misstrikes, double dies, or off-centering, can fetch much higher values. In some cases, a unique error coin could be worth thousands of dollars. At rare coin auctions, exceptional error pennies or high-grade examples from 2009 have been known to sell for thousands. And who knows? There may be even more valuable coins out there, just waiting to be found. Now, you might have heard some rumors about one of these pennies being worth a staggering $27.8 million. While number 2009 penny has sold for that amount, the story isn't entirely unrealistic. High-grade coins and rare finds have proven time and again that certain coins can be worth small fortunes. While it's unlikely a 2009 penny would reach that astronomical price, rare coins with fascinating histories and limited numbers are highly collectible, and their values can skyrocket. Think you have a valuable 2009 penny? Here's what you can do to make sure you get the most from it. Inspect your coin carefully for any possible errors. Look for things like doubling on the lettering or unusual marks. The value of your penny will depend heavily on its condition. Coins in mint condition, known as MS, mint state, are worth the most. Consider having your coin graded by a professional service if you think it might be valuable. To preserve the coin's value, store it in a protective case and avoid touching it directly with your fingers, as oils from your skin can tarnish it over time. So, there you have it, the story of the 2009 Lincoln penny. It's not just a piece of pocket change, it's a small, collectible tribute to one of the United States' most iconic figures, and for a lucky few, it might just be a valuable treasure. Next time you come across a 2009 penny, take a closer look. You never know if it could be hiding a story worth big money. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. Next, 1997 1 cent, we're diving into the story behind the 1997 United States 1-cent coin, and we'll explore the fascinating world of rare coin collecting, where even a penny could fetch big money. Let's find out what makes a 1997 penny so valuable. From minting errors to limited editions, rare coins can sometimes be worth thousands or even millions of dollars. So grab your change jar and keep watching to see if your 1997 penny could be a hidden treasure. First, let's start with a bit of history. The 1997 1-cent coin, like most pennies, features Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. This design was originally introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The U.S. Mint produced billions of these pennies every year, so they're common, yet some can still hold significant value. In 1997, the U.S. Mint in both Philadelphia and Denver produced around 12 billion pennies, making the 1997 penny seem ordinary. However, certain characteristics, like minting errors, rare compositions, or unique features, can make a coin from any year stand out. And that's where things get interesting. Now, you might be asking, if there are billions of 1997 pennies, what could make one so valuable? Well, coin collectors value rarity, quality, and uniqueness. Here are the main factors that could make a 1997 penny valuable. Sometimes, coins are minted with errors, and these mistakes make them unique. In 1997, error types such as double dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks could appear. Each error is unique, and collectors love these oddities, paying hundreds or even thousands for a coin with an unusual mint error. Coin grading is crucial in determining a coin's value. Pennies that are perfectly preserved and have high-quality surfaces, like those graded MS 68 or higher, are rare. High-grade 1997 pennies with a strong, clear strike and no blemishes can command impressive prices because they're much harder to find in such perfect condition. Rare variations can be incredibly valuable. For example, in some years, a penny might have been accidentally struck with a different metal alloy or with a special finish. In rare cases, experimental coins, test coins, or even transitional pieces from one minting process to another can slip into circulation. So, if you happen to find a 1997 penny in pristine condition or with an interesting error, how much could it actually be worth? On average, a regular 1997 penny in circulated condition will still be worth 1 cent. However, certain high-grade pennies graded MS 68 or MS 69 could be worth hundreds of dollars at auction. And if you have a unique error or variation, prices could go into the thousands, depending on the rarity and collector demand. Now, let's answer the big question: has any 1997 penny ever sold for millions of dollars? So far, there's no verified record of a 1997 penny selling for millions. However, certain rare pennies from other years have fetched prices close to or above $1 million at auction due to extreme rarity or unique characteristics. Collectors are always on the lookout for the next big find. And while we haven't seen a 1997 penny reach $1 million yet, the possibility exists if a truly unique and valuable example were to surface. If you're interested in finding valuable pennies in your collection, here are a few tips. Good lighting is essential to spot any errors. A magnifying glass or loupe helps you see details. Check for any unusual features, like double strikes, die cracks, or off-center designs. The more unique, the better. If you believe you have a high-quality coin, it may be worth sending it to a professional grading service to confirm its grade and value. So, while a 1997 penny worth $29.9 million might be a dream for now, rare coins have proven time and time again that even the smallest currency can hold incredible value. It's all about rarity, condition, and demand. If you've got a 1997 penny, check it carefully. Your pocket change might just surprise you. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the bell for more videos on valuable coins, rare finds, and fascinating history. Who knows, maybe you'll discover a hidden treasure in your own collection. In today's video, we're going to talk about an exciting coin that might just be hiding in your pocket change, the 1981 United States quarter. Not only does this coin have an interesting history, but it could be worth a lot more than you might think. Could one of these quarters actually be worth millions? Stick around, and let's dive into the fascinating story of the 1981 quarter. The 1981 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which started all the way back in 1932. Designed by John Flanagan, the Washington Quarter was created to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. This coin design became iconic in the US and has remained largely unchanged over the years. In 1981, the quarter had its usual design elements. The obverse features the familiar portrait of George Washington, while the reverse showcases the American eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and readiness to defend. It's a classic, patriotic design that has stood the test of time, but 1981 was also an interesting year for U.S. coin production. In the early 80s, the U.S. Mint faced economic challenges, inflation, and the need for metals that made coin production tricky. The quarters produced in 1981 have some unique aspects that make certain versions highly collectible. Let's talk about what the 1981 quarter is made of. Unlike the silver quarters that were produced before 1965, the 1981 quarter is made of a copper-nickel-clad composition. This means the coin has an outer layer of copper-nickel alloy with a core of pure copper, giving it that characteristic silver appearance without any actual silver content. This change was part of the 1965 Coinage Act, which was intended to help lower the costs associated with minting coins due to rising silver prices. Now, you might wonder, if the 1981 quarter isn't made of silver, then why is it valuable? The answer lies in the unique minting factors and some rare error varieties that make these coins attractive to collectors. While millions of 1981 quarters were produced across the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, a few rare characteristics can significantly increase the value of certain coins. Some 1981 quarters were struck as proof coins, specifically at the San Francisco Mint. Proof coins are made with special dies and are struck multiple times to produce a highly detailed, mirror-like finish. These are not generally intended for circulation and were typically sold in collector sets. If you have a proof 1981 quarter, it can be worth more than face value, especially if it's in pristine condition. There are various types of errors that can occur during the minting process, such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or planchet errors. These errors make the coin highly unique and desirable. For example, a 1981 quarter with a double strike error can fetch hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars at auction.as. With any collectible, condition is key. A quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition with its original luster can fetch a premium. Coins graded by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC can be worth significantly more based on their grade. So, let's talk numbers. What are collectors actually paying for a 1981 quarter? In general, a circulated 1981 quarter without any unique features will only be worth face value, 25 cents. But when you're looking at quarters with high grades or unique errors, the value can jump considerably. Proof quarters from 1981 in top condition, for example, have been known to sell for around $50 to $100. And if you're lucky enough to have a 1981 quarter with a mint error, prices can go up even further. For example, at a recent auction, a high-grade 1981 proof quarter with a rare error fetched several $1,000s. These coins are highly sought after, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. In fact, a pristine 1981 quarter with a well-documented mint error has been rumored to be worth as much as $42 million, although this is often a hypothetical figure and not necessarily reflective of real-world auction prices. But it gives you an idea of how rare coins can become highly valuable assets. If you're interested in finding one of these valuable quarters, here are some tips for identifying a rare 1981 quarter. 1981 quarters were produced in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. If you find a proof coin with the S mint mark, you could be holding a valuable collector's piece. Use a magnifying glass to examine the coin carefully. Look for any doubling, especially on letters and numbers, or any unusual marks that might indicate a mint error. If you believe you have a high-quality or error 1981 quarter, it may be worth sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can significantly increase the coin's value. So, there you have it. The 1981 quarter may not look like much at first glance, but certain versions and rare mint errors can make it a valuable collector's item. Whether you're a coin enthusiast or just getting into the hobby, keep an eye out for these quarters. They might be worth a lot more than just 25 cents. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video on rare coins and collectibles. Who knows? You might just find a rare coin worth millions in your own pocket change. Happy collecting, and may the coins be ever in your favor.